How we doing, guys? Sam back with this week's fishing report for you. It is summertime, guys. It is the first week of June and is in full effect out there. Starting out with rockfish, which most of you guys are looking for. The upper bay has been terrific for them, especially shallow mornings and evenings around some of the mouths of your rivers, fishing rocky shorelines, any sort of substructure around the mouths of the rivers has been really productive, particularly the mouth of the Chester and the Magathie. Patapsco has been doing well. It seems like up in the river has been doing better so than the mouth, but you can start to get into them out there a little bit into the bay, like areas like 7 Foot Knoll, the lighthouse at Love Point, some of those open water structure spots. What most people are going to be throwing is either soft plastics, where the originums for shallow water with a 1/4 or 3/8, or throwing them in a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce out in the open bay. Certainly effective. And also top water in those late light hours or early in the morning. That is the bait to have. The chug bug from Storm has always been a great one here on the bay. Also productive is live lining, especially at the bridge. We've been selling tons and tons of spot, probably more than we've ever sold, honestly. So if you don't want to lure fish, you can certainly get out there and do that. Trolling for them can certainly be effective. It's a little bit more challenging with our fish more spread out than maybe they have been in years past. So trollers have been having a little bit of a tough bite, but you could get into it if you stick around some of those higher percentage areas. As far as white perch go, it's certainly been tough for you guys fishing shallow, but the white perch are out there. It just seems like they're in deeper water, holding more so on those harder bottom ledges and 10 to 20 feet either in the main stem of the bay or some of your deeper rivers. The Chester's been really productive, as well as the South River and down south. Some of those harder bottom and 10 to 20 feet has been pretty good for them. Hard to beat a classic Chesapeake sabiki for these. Rig this up with a small sinker, whatever weight you need. You can either fish these bare and jig them, tip them with bait, tip them with artificials, and they can be really productive for you. As we move down the bay a little bit, start to head down south, we are seeing some redfish in shallow, lower eastern shore and western shore of Maryland. Both the slot size and the bulls have showed up. Not a ton of them, but a few of them for sure. Guys are fishing for those either with bait, like soft crabs, peeler crabs, things like that, or they're using side scan and casting lures towards those fish that they see there. Also down that way, a few speckled trout. It's been a little bit tougher. I think some of that cold spell that we had during the winter might have really hurt some of those fisheries. But also you're by-catching rockfish while you're fishing for them, which is always a great thing to fish for down there as well. It's really good, especially that clean water. That shallow water bite, once again, is kind of a mornings and evenings thing. As that sunrise comes up, it can be a little more challenging out in that open water for you. As far as headed all the way down to the tunnel side, you're going to start seeing a lot of everything. Some cobia are starting to be caught, not a ton, but a few of them. Of course, we can't keep them yet, but still fun for catch and release. And also the big bull drum are out there in pretty big schools, so fishing for them can be really effective, whether you're bait fishing or trying to cast lures towards them. Sheep's head at the bridge has been really, really fabulous for those guys down there. Any sort of crab or crustacean on either a bottom rig or suspended like tall jig can be effective for those fish as well. Pushing offshore a little bit, at least on the surf side, things have kind of started to die down a little bit. You are seeing some flounders caught fishing in the surf, as well as the back bays casting gulp or dragging minnows and drifting if you're fishing in the back bays. Have been really good for that. Most of the drum have kind of fizzled out. Most of the rockfish from the surf have kind of fizzled out, but a lot of skates, and they're starting to catch some of those sand sharks out there. So if you're looking to get a big bite from shore, shark fishing is hard to beat. Assateague and Ocean City are always good options for them, now all the way through the end of September and October. The other thing is, if you want to push out into the canyons, bluefin tuna have been super prevalent. All the canyon people have been reporting great days out there on the bluefin, mostly trolling. Haven't really heard too many people chunking for them. It's something we tend to do a little bit later into the summer, but could still be effective if you're looking to do something different, or maybe you can't get out as far to the canyons. Chunking for tuna would be a great option for you now. Sea bass and flounder have been okay. Sea bass fishing is kind of slow to get going here. Guys have been having success using like clams on a bottom rig, like sea clams, things like that, but also squid or jigging small jigs that you can get down deep have been really effective for them too. Flounder fishing seems to be a little bit better inshore than offshore right now, so if you are trying to plan a trip to go flounder fishing, I'd probably stick a little bit into the back bays or even the surf. And I think that just about wraps it up for the fishing side of things. Crabbing is really starting to heat up. A lot of guys out there with their pool pots have been doing really good in the rivers close to us, the Severn, the Magathie, as well as the Chester and some of those lower shore rivers as well. Still a little bit deeper yet, not quite in those summer shallower water depths, still kind of in that 7 to 10 foot range, but super effective out there. We have plenty of clam bags in stock if you want to head out there and do some of that. I think that about just wraps it up. Thanks, guys. Take care.